Welcome to Tiesn'tags, the show where we have an incredibly planned out intro. My name is Mitchell.
I'm Tanner.
And we have a guest today. Would you like to share who you are, where you served a mission?
Yeah, I'm Brenner. I served a mission in the Monrovia, Liberia mission.
All right. Why don't you, because I know, but why don't you let everyone else know?
Yeah, just for the audience.
Where is
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberia is on the west coast of Africa. So it's in West Africa. You're forgiven if you didn't know where it was. I didn't know where it was.
I was going to say, did you know when you opened it?
I did not.
Do you have anything special about your mission that you'd like to share? We probably wouldn't know
What's
about
cool about your mission?
Probably, I don't know, language. The language is interesting.
It was English. Like, was the language English?
Technically.
Yeah, that...
So Liberia has, I would be willing to bet it has the worst English in the world. It was great. They have 16 tribes in Liberia. Each tribe has its own dialect. The tribe I was given was Pele. That's my tribe.
You're was that like an official assignment as part of your mission?
No, that was just the
you're
people
just kind of around that.
Yeah,
okay.
the Pele people adopted me into their tribe. My Pele name is Kwikala, which means the white lion. And that name was given because I have blue eyes, and they say that means I have cat eyeballs. And so
Epic.
I am the white lion.
So, what made you decide to go on a mission?
That's honestly a good question. That was something that I started asking myself at the beginning of my mission, because I didn't really know. I was just I don't know, I was born in the church. That was always something I was going to do. Once I got out there, I kind of figured some stuff out. I never really had to sacrifice much to be a member of the church. It was pretty easy. I never had to defend my faith from anybody.
That would have been nice.
So, but yeah, I had a really easy time. As I don't know, I went to church every week because I liked going to church. I always went to seminary because I liked going to seminary. I never had to give anything up to be a member of the church. And then when the Lord asked me to give something up, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. Then I don't know. I just didn't really feel right, so I figured I should probably do it just because He wants me to. And I'm glad I did. But yeah, that I think was really the main reason. Was just I never had to give anything up before, and I wanted to show the Lord that I was willing to do whatever He needed me to.
Yeah.
That's fair.
What was just going out proselyting like?
It was different than I imagine most missions are like. It's not hard to find people to teach in Liberia. They love God, and they don't have anything else going on.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Sounds familiar. Did you just find people on the street just ready to approach?
It's too hot to be inside your house there, so they're just outside the whole day, and so you just kind of talk to people. It wasn't. I think I actually knocked on a door maybe 3 times my whole mission.
Oh, wow.
And every time I did, it caused severe panic in the person's door that I knocked.
That just wasn't a common thing.
Yeah, especially they see just some white guy dressed up in
He's the cops.
button up, and they're like, something happened. Someone I know is dead.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine. We're just looking for a member. Do you know who this person is?
A member of what? Any notable experiences while proselyting or teaching that you'd want to share?
When this guy came to church for 3 weeks in a row, and then afterwards we meet with him, and he's like, I want you to come up to my village and meet my people. And we're like, okay. Where do you live? He's like, I live right across the St. Paul River. So we were coming back from another town that was deep in the jungle called Zana Town, which was about an hour and a half south of the main area, and then we go up a half hour north of the main area. So we've been riding this bike for 2 hours. We're like, okay, so we're getting close, right? And we get to the river, and he takes his motorbike and he puts it in a canoe. like an old rickety canoe that's moldy boards and stuff. And we're like,
How much did it sink when you saw him put the bike in?
It's barely above the water.
No.
So he sails his canoe with his bike across the river, then he comes back to get us. And Yeah, he comes back to get us. We sail across, and there's this village right there on the other side of the river. So we're like, this is it, right? He's just taking his bike so it doesn't get stolen. That's what we thought. And then we proceed to go on a 3-hour motorbike ride through the jungle. We finally get up to this village around, I think it was 3:30 or 4.
Oh, wow.
And he goes and rounds up this whole village of people. And this village, they're like way out there. They had never seen a white man. Most of them hadn't even seen like a movie with a white man in it. There's no electricity or anything, so like they had never seen a white man before, in person or otherwise. So that was just a cool experience. We spoke a little bit of Pele to one of the people there. I learned like a little bit, like I can greet people in Pele, and that's about it. But the woman, we speak Pele to this ma while she's like cooking. She's beating Pepe to cook with.
What did he do?
Pepe is what they call. They have like a really hot pepper there that they put in everything, and they just call it Pepe. We spoke a little bit of Pele to this woman, and she turns around and sees a white man was speaking Pele, and she legit started crying. And she gave us a hug. We're like, this is really weird, but this is awesome. She was so excited to see a white man speaking Pele. It was really awesome. But we teach this whole village, and half of them don't speak English, so the guy who brought us up there had to translate to Pele for us while we were teaching. But yeah, it was a good little discussion. We talked for about an hour, just kind of talked about the atonement of Jesus Christ, and yeah, that was pretty much it. We just, because we didn't really think we were ever gonna go back there again. So we didn't pull up with restoration. But one of the people who was there was a Methodist pastor, and he was super chill. He was just happy to come and hear the preaching. Yeah, that's what people in Liberia are like. They're not really contentious over religion. Man, it's great. Some people are, and holy cow, the stuff you hear about the Book of Mormon is really funny. Like, I had a friend read the Book of Mormon, and it took his head off his shoulders. I was like, oh, that's pretty neat. But
extreme paper cut.
Some of the stuff is pretty crazy like that, but most of it is like, it's just really chill. Like they're not contentious about religion. They're not trying to prove everybody else wrong. Most pastors are perfectly happy to hear our preachings. We listen to some pastors preach too. Like it's a chill place.
Nice.
Pastor Jerry is what they called my trainer. His name was Elder Jarrett, but they couldn't say that. So
Pastor Jerry. Everyone called me Father McCain.
I got brother Elder once.
Brother Elder.
Brother Elder.
A lot of Jamaicans would say the mercenaries. Or the Normans. That's what we get that a lot too.
Somebody asked us once, they're like, are you guys all named Norman? I was like, I don't know what to do with
we're all
that.
named Elmer.
That's
Elmer and Norman.
Part of our special cult in the mountains of Utah.
Yeah.
We're all Norman Elmer. That's our names.
As soon as you're baptized, they issue you your first tie.
We had some drunk guys stop us one time, and we were stuck talking to them for like an hour. But they kept telling us that we needed to go and talk to Joseph Mormon in the Utah branch and tell him that the leadership in Liberia wasn't good and he needs to do something about it. I'm like, I don't know what you want Joseph Mormon to do about this, but okay.
That's always like the most. We had something like that where there was one guy that was just like completely insane, like way beyond the line of accountability, and he kept following us one day, and it was just like he just be babbling like incoherent stuff, and every once in a while I was like, there's a chicken follow me, and just like just a bunch of random stuff, and then out of nowhere we just heard him say like, I need to go talk to Ezra Taft Benson. We're like, wait a second. How do you know that name?
That's just a common
and we
standard
never
issue
learned.
Jamaican
We couldn't
name,
get anything else out of him. We just heard him say Ezra Taft Benson.
One lucid moment.
There was one guy in one of my areas, his name was James, and I went by Elder James there. So he was like, we are brothers. But I never once saw him sober. And Liberians do this really weird thing when they're drunk where they spell. They just
like casting spells, or like
no, like they
spelling
they
bee?
spell words. Yeah, like spelling bee.
I can spell.
He came up to me one time. He's like, Elder James, why did God make the earth? EARTH. And then just do that. It's so funny, man.
Man.
Another guy in a different area. We're walking by one day, and I
think
had
I'm on top of the world. I didn't know you could get up here. I just got spit out of the mountain, and I'm like in the sky.
It sounds like something that the same guy would say.
It does.
VOLCANO.
Because I had one lesson at a chapel, and there was 2 cats caught in the ceiling going at it, and we couldn't focus on the lesson because the whole time you just heard.
Gosh.
And it did not stop.
This episode is no longer TVY7.
That person didn't get baptized.
It was very hard to resist the temptation to Bible bash whenever presented with the opportunity, because I wanted to. I didn't usually, but there were a couple of times that I did, and it's just ineffective.
Yeah, it never works.
It's just an exercise in pride.
Yeah.
And you're just an endurance, I guess. Like how long can you yell at each other before one of you decides to quit? Like it's like a staring contest for idiots. It's just like, yes. And as a missionary, I did that, and I will admit I was an idiot. We had a bash that was 3 hours once, and that was useless.
You know, going to Liberia, you can see the gospel working very quickly because, like, there's a lot of opportunity to sin in Liberia. There's a lot of fornication, a lot of drinking. There are more different brands of alcohol than there were different dishes that people ate.
Oh man,
like it was.
Sounds like Milwaukee.
Yeah, like, it's a very easy place if you want to commit sin. Like there's a lot of opportunity to do that. And so when people accept the gospel, like they have to give up this part of their life with nothing to replace it with, really. So it's a sacrifice for them. But you can watch the gospel change these people's lives really, really quickly. And it's, like, I don't know, I had heard all these studies before I left about, like, happy people are happy because they choose to be happy. And it's not just, like, think positive and you'll be happy forever. It's not that. But it's your circumstances don't dictate whether or not you're happy. And the exception in all of those studies was except in cases of extreme poverty. And then I go to Liberia where everyone is in extreme poverty and they're still happy anyway. I feel like the Lord calls missionaries so that they can learn about themselves just as much as so they can teach the gospel. Like it's a personal journey as much as it is teaching other people.
Yeah.
It's helpful to be able to forget yourself and do something. Yeah.
Well, and really, you don't go on a mission because it's a way to benefit yourself at all.
Yeah.
You don't go out on a mission to be cool. If you go on a mission, you are cool, but that's not why you go.
Having the preacher's tan halfway up your neck, how can you get more cool than that?
Yeah. Try Michigan in the winter.
I don't know, I felt pretty cool when I got, like, a girl proposing to me once a week or so. But that was pretty cool.
What was...
It happened to me twice. Total, not like every week.
Twice, once a week?
Twice a week?
No,
wow.
two times the entire time.
Jamaicans they're very, very upfront about everything they say, so they just kind of bypassed the "marry me, please." It was give me a green card.
I mean, some people were like
tact.
That. Give me America, or white man, I want white baby. No.
Give me America.
Kids would ask that all the time.
Really?
You can carry me America? And our response, I don't know exactly how it happened, but the typically agreed upon response throughout the entire mission is you grab the fanny pack around your waist and you go, if you can fit in here, I will carry you with me.
Did you ever show people magic tricks?
I did.
Did people freak out?
Yeah, dude, just...
Yeah.
Blows their mind.
I would always take out my pen and do like the wiggly pen thing. People would be like, no, we're gonna be rich. We gotta show everyone.
It's so much fun. I love kids in Liberia. They're so great.
Did you ever have anybody, not drunk text the missionaries, but like drunk schedule an appointment?
Oh yeah. I mean, we taught people while they were drunk. Just missionaries, come preach to me.
Okay,
yeah, we've got nothing else going on right now. There was one dude, this dude was awesome, by the way. But I was on exchange with my district leader, and we walked past him, and he turns around and he goes, "White people, yeah, I want you to teach me more about Joseph Smith." Okay. So we give him a pamphlet. We're like, "Yeah, come to church on Sunday. We'd be happy to talk to you about Joseph Smith." Is
that with 3 F's or 4?
I think it was PH.
4's a different guy.
Yeah, that was James, the other guy. But he shows up to church on Sunday. We're like,
Wow.
"Oh, okay, wow." And there were like 15 total members in that area. And maybe 8 came to church on any given Sunday.
Wow.
So most of the time, the missionaries are giving talks. The branch president asked me to give a talk. I'm like, "Yeah, I do it every week." Okay. I'm like, "Can you give a talk?" "Yeah." "What do you want me to talk about?" "The law of chastity." "No problem, man." So I talked about the law of chastity, and I briefly mentioned the word of wisdom. We set up an appointment to go meet with this guy again on Wednesday because he came to church. We go and meet with him. And he sits down, he's like, "Okay, missionaries, I need to talk to you. I enjoyed your preaching on Sunday, and I realized I needed to change. So I threw away all my alcohol and all my cigarettes.
Wow.
I'm not going to touch them again, but I have a problem. I'm living with a woman. We're not married. We don't have money for it." And that's like very common. Getting married in Liberia costs about 90 US, which in the city is like, that's a hefty chunk of change. But you could do it feasibly. Like, save up for a few months. Like, if you could save up for 6 months and have $90 to get married. In that area, which was further out, that's like an absurd amount of money. That's just
unreasonable.
People don't have that. Yeah. He's like, I don't have that. But I want to get closer with God, and I know that this church is the way that God wants me to go. I'm like, cool. But then the next time we go and see him, he's like, "Guys, look what I found." I was going through some old books I had from before the Liberian Civil War, and he had a triple combination from
Wow.
the 80s. I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
sick." And so he read Doctrine and Covenants along with Come Follow Me. He read The Pearl of Great Price. That guy was awesome.
Wow.
I loved that guy.
Did you have like a favorite weird, like, standard issue meal out there that you consistently had, but out here that'd be really weird?
Bitterball Tobogi.
Which is?
Nobody likes it. None of the missionaries like it anyway. I didn't mind it. It's not the worst. As you could probably tell by the name, it's really bitter. But basically, so tobogi is what they call the soup when they make it with palm oil. So it's a red oil that they make out of palm fruit. But they make this red oil and they put baking soda in it so that it runs your stomach and tastes really bad.
Okay.
And that's the purpose of it. That's what it does.
It's just supposed to be like a cleanse?
It's a cleanse, and the thing about Liberians, they like flavor. They don't really care what that flavor is. They just want a lot of
It's gotta
it.
be strong.
So like one of the common meats that they would eat is called mwemwe, which is fish that you put some lemon juice on and then leave in the sun until it rots. And then you eat that.
and people enjoy it?
Yeah, they do.
All right.
But bitterball tobogi, it's this little tiny plant. It's about that big. The small ones, there's different kinds. The big one is not as bitter. That one's actually kind of good. It's just a little more savory. It's pretty good. But the tiny little ones are super bitter. Disgusting. And so they would mix that with the tobogi oil to make the most abominable bitter thing you've ever put into your mouth. And they just eat that.
Did you?
And that was like a
Did you finish
pretty
it when you came across it?
My first time, no. But eventually, yeah, because I'm like, I'm hungry.
I mean, was
this
it
is
filling?
fine. Yeah, I mean, they just dump it on rice. They eat everything with a ton of rice. So, I mean, yeah. The food in Liberia is just like oil with something in it over rice. So, like, they eat potato leaves. They eat cassava leaves. Don't ask me what happens to the potatoes. I actually don't know.
We toss those there.
I forgot you can use the C button to move the camera a little bit too.
Well, that's blasphemy in this game. You only
yeah,
push the
there's
A
only
button. It's only one button.
I mean,
you can also use the triggers as the A button, but that would also be blasphemous.
One button.
makes it feel more like
Phil
drifting.
Gross using
than
the joystick.
In the 90s, it was like 1991, I think, to 2005. There was
The Cold
civil
War.
wars in Liberia that just completely destroyed the country. And nobody had any food, so they ate all the animals.
Whoa.
They used to have a zoo, but they ate it.
I was gonna say, I feel like there was a joke there, but that's just their history,
Like,
huh?
yeah, no, that's their, yep, no
Wow.
joke. So there's not very many animals. Like, once in a while you'll see a monkey, you'll see, out in the bush you'll see a little bit more, and like some possums. I saw a couple times, like, giant possums that they said weren't possums, they just called them bush dogs.
Push dogs.
I'm like, that's a possum. No. Possums are smaller. That's a bush dog. Okay.
It's a snipe.
It's a snipe. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we had a cat in one of our apartments. That was pretty fun.
You
'cause-
had a cat?
Like
Yeah.
By choice?
Yeah. there was a cat living in our apartment, and we
Alright.
kept it there.
We
Until
kind
the
of did
APs
that.
find out, and we had to get rid of it. The other missionaries in my apartment did not treat that cat well.
Oh.
It ate my companion's food one day, so he grabbed it, took it outside, and threw it onto the roof, and it got stuck up there for like 2 hours.
Gosh.
He threw the cat.
Yeah, he threw the cat on the roof. He threw it a lot. It was fine.
The cat just expected the daily
It was just-
comeuppance.
There were two elders there, Elder Calvin and Elder Perry, who just went at each other all the time for some reason, and I don't know why.
They're just buds. You stole my glowing
I
thing.
did steal your glowing thing.
I want to eat that.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, you ate my glowing thing.
But they just go at each other all the time, and so they would throw the cat at each other. That was just part of the. They would just fight each other until like 11:30 every night, and I don't know what they were doing.
Was it missionary work? Were they doing missionary work?
If the mission president asks, yes.
Hey, Mr. President, if you're watching this,
They were throwing cats. I can't imagine anything as a missionary like escalating to the point where I'd pick up a creature and throw it.
They were totally bros. Like, they weren't ever angry at each
Oh, really?
other, but
like they were wrestling.
yeah, they were just fighting for fun, and
Oh my gosh.
then throw the cat at each
Okay, that's a
other.
very different story.
That's right,
Did the
Nate.
cat just like accept it, or if he
Yeah.
got caught, would he just freak out?
The cat just kind of accepted it.
Okay.
It knew what was
So,
up.
not
If
eating
it
me, I'll
went
take
outside of the compound wall, it would probably be eaten.
Just happy to be alive.
The more missionary stories I hear, like as the pandemic started, the more I was like, I think sending missionaries back home might have been the right way to go.
Oh yeah.
I would have lost my mind if I had to just do Facebook finding all day.
I mean, we found lots of people, just not a lot of people who wanted to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because a lot of those Facebook referrals went to my area in Liberia. Yeah.
Did you have a lot of that from Salt Lake, where there's excited missionaries,
Yeah.
missionaries that are like, there's this sister that loves the Bible, and she wants you to come by and bring her one. She lives by the mango tree. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, I do
The
actually.
Isn't that just off University?
What were Liberian directions like? Like if someone was telling
Oh
you
my
how to get
goodness.
somewhere.
Okay, so
We always got just
so
up the road.
You go down the road, okay? So you go down the road. You see Ben and Jerry's shop, right? So you go down the road. You turn right by the shop, and you go up small. You see Emery Church. You must run by the church. The people that are wicked, they will cast demon, they will put spirit in you. So you must run by the church, okay? So you keep going all the stairs small. You turn left when you find a big pink building, right? And then you go straight. You will find a White House. That one for me. That might please you. So you must come there, yeah? Okay, dude. Yeah, no problem.
We're gonna need subtitles for that.
That hits home.
I think the worst lingo we got was we asked if somebody was gonna keep our lesson for the day, and was like, yeah, no, I'm busy. I'm gonna up Salt Creek in a teacup. I gotta get more pickle jar for my cigarette butt. And we're like, what? He's like, he would like say it slower. I'm gonna up Salt Creek in a teacup. Fetch a pickle jar for my cigarette butts.
How did I get up
I'm gonna
here?
be at the Walmart and be like, okay, so when are you gonna be back? And he's like, I don't know. You can just come by whenever.
I had one lesson, or not a lesson, like one. It was a lesson. We had a lesson with a guy. He didn't like us at all, it was a referral, and we gave him whatever materials he asked for. So we gave him whatever materials he asked for, and they were like, can we come see you again? And he's like, yeah, just come back another time. We're like, what time specifically? And he's like, I don't operate on time. I operate on vibes. We're like, all right, we'll come back when the vibe is right. We never saw him again.
I did get one referral one time from the States.
Congrats.
That was totally wild. I was in this was my second to last area, and it's like in town, center of the capital city. And so we get a referral from the States, and they're like, yeah, this guy came to church a couple of times. We think he's really interested. He has a really good shot at being baptized. And we're like, okay. So I look at his record. He's been to church twice. There was like a 3-week gap in between times he came to church. I'm like, yeah, this dude's not going to be serious, but I'll give him a call. Why not? So I call him, and he answers, and he's speaking like regular English, like with a little accent, but he's not speaking Liberian English. So I'm like, okay, this guy was actually in the States. And so we're like, yeah, this is the missionaries from Latter-day Saint. And he's like, oh, my boys in the States. Yeah, I remember them. He's like, yeah, they gave us your contact. They wanted to see if you would have time to meet with us. And he was like, I'll have to see. I'm the governor of Monrovia, which is the capital city. And I was like, oh. He's like, so I might be busy, but call me again on Sunday.
Wait, how did you tie the phone?
Yeah, me too, dude. I was like, okay, yeah, we'll call again on Sunday. And then they whitewashed our area and put sisters in.
Oh, really?
They called me the Red Sock because every time I left an area, it became a pink wash. Like, without fail. Like, there was never elders put in after me. Really? It was always sister. I don't know if I was doing something wrong, and the president was like, we got to do something totally different, or if I just, like, exposed what the needs actually were, and then he was like, actually, let's do that.
Elder Wilson's just the proto-sister, so if he's safe there, then we know we can put sister.
Yes. If you have the option to get the magnet tags, get those. They work with, like, any outfit. They're awesome.
Did you have a choice? Awesome. We just, like... We had one magnet tag and one clip-on tag, and then the office elders would order more tags if we asked for them. And we had one crazy office elder that was just like, "Hey, you want a nickname? I'll place an order for a tag with whatever you want on it." His name was Elder Men Love, and we saw him with a tag that said Elder Woman Love on it.
I mean, I literally did hear like, Bible, a Bible. We've got enough Bible. We need no more Bible. Like, that actually happened.
We would always, if you get deep into the bush in Jamaica, L's would become R's. So we'd always say, a Biber, a Biber. We have a Biber, we need no more Biber.
There was a guy that we taught. We actually kind of saved his life, actually.
Nice.
We were looking for a member who was on our records that we'd never met. No one in the area knew him. Nobody knew if he was around. We did find him, but he wasn't in a place to meet with us and wasn't really interested anymore. He was a member on records, but just like super not active. Didn't consider himself a member, whatever. But in that same little like motel area, we just knocked all the doors. A couple of people not interested. Some people were like, yeah, maybe come back later. And we found this guy, and he was like, yeah, come back tomorrow, and we'll set something up. We'll do, like, dinner or something. And so, like, we brought some food over and did a little potluck or whatever. And he told us that we were, like, an answer to his prayers, because he was actually, like, considering ending his life that evening. And he's like, if they show up tomorrow, I'll know it's a sign, and I'll wait.
Wow.
I'll figure this out. And that was probably, like, the craziest, like... direct wow we are answering prayers that I ever saw. But then he was just like so gung-ho. He was like, all right, you guys saved my life, you answered my prayers, so God's real, so tell me what you got. And he soaked up everything. But his only like exposure to religion was supernatural, and he didn't know how much of that was based on like true Christianity or not. And so he would always be like, okay, so where do these characters come in the story? I'm like, well, those ones aren't real, but
Sonic
they're based kind of. He was a great guy. He had funny concepts of religion because it came from media.
I do like hearing stories like that where just like you're a missionary, you're out and about, like whether or not people are getting baptized because you being out there, like you're being a good person, and people's lives are changed because of it.
Yeah. And so at that point I was like, you know what? I'll answer whatever crazy questions you have because like we already did like the big important part.
We would a lot of times if we found people that we gave the label philosophers, where they just kind of present crazy ideas and see what the white guys will say about it. We'd always just say like, yeah, history needs to be rewritten. Did you know that Jesus went to the Americas? And they're like, what? We are winding down. We might just finish this round and then call it from there. So, if you encounter someone that maybe had the same feelings as you about a mission before they went on a mission, what would you tell them? Like, what did your mission experience give you?
Just
convince you to go on a mission.
Yeah, just do it. Like, I don't know. It takes grit. It really does. It's not an easy thing. I had heard that 100 times before my mission of it's not easy, but it's worth it. And I was like, okay, sure. But it's true. It's not easy. It's rough. It's really rough a lot of the time. There's going to be times where you want to go home, but stick with it. It is so worth it. And the things you learn on your mission are going to be helpful to you throughout your entire life. Right? It's always going to be worth it having served a mission. So don't quit. Go out there. Do what you can. Don't let fear of failure keep you from doing it either. I know plenty of people who went home early and still were successful missionaries because they did the work that they could while they were out there. Don't be worried so much about what's going to happen. Just go out and do the best that you can. It's going to be good. And if you get called to Liberia, then good luck.
Yeah, just a little plug. Do some kind of journaling, because it's cool to see the stuff that sucked and you lived through it anyway, and then you get to see how you changed when you come back. And
that was a big highlight on my mission.
Think of Layman and Lemuel. They never wrote a journal. Look where they ended up. Maybe they did. We just don't have it. Well, it wasn't good enough.
It's just I hate Nephi over and over again.
I think that was in the lost pages. There's a reason those books are gone. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. We loved having you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a good time.
Serve a mission.
Mission good.
Play Kirby.
Serve a mission. Wait to play Kirby until after your mission.
Yeah.